What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Outerplane video. All right, guys, brand new account, Payneblade Storm. If you guys didn't see my post, I actually am very excited because I pulled what I wanted from the Rin and the Valentine banner, and I got myself everything I wanted. Just so you guys are aware, I'm completely free to play, so you guys can take a quick look here. Nothing has been purchased, no special packages, nothing. So I'm playing this game completely free to play, so I can keep a tab on you guys, and at the same time, we can be relatable because I know most of you are going to play this free to play. And because I'm a huge fan of Epic 7 and I kind of know how the system works, this game is very much the same. So what I want to talk about today, guys, is a couple of the best units you want to focus on. We're going to do 3 stars, 2 stars, and then kind of talk about also what you should be farming in the beginning to get yourself set up for success. So let's talk about the actual heroes and the main heroes you want to go with. And we're going to start off with the 3 stars. So let's do that first. Let's go 3 stars here. And let's talk a little bit about the best ones in the game that you want to go for. So first and foremost, Valentine and Rin are going to be top tier for a very long time. One's going to be your DPS. One's going to be your speed, buffer, and DPS. Both of them are incredible in what they do and are absolutely, I'd say, essential for your proper start. If you could re-roll, because the re-roll system is really easy. If you haven't checked it out, check out my video and try to get both of these. Now, a couple other characters that are really good to have as well too. Veronica here is going to be the best tank in the game, bar none. There's no one out there better than her. She is a one-woman wrecking machine. So if you can pull a Veronica, you're going to be set for quite some time as well too. And also, if you're looking for a good AoE, Maxwell is pretty good. But the best selective unit in the game right now is none other than Noah. So definitely, if you're doing the selective summons, Noah here is going to be your best DPS for sure, outside of these 3 here. These 3 here are going to run your team for quite some time and do really, really well. If you manage to pull a Saren here, she is the best healer in the game, but she also takes the most amount of resources and skill ups in order to have the best outcome. So if you do get her, congratulations, but she is going to take some time to build. So those right there, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are going to be your best units for quite some time. Now, there are some cleave units like Eliza, Maxwell, Alice is pretty good too. Laplace is actually pretty bad. I wouldn't even bother with her. So these 2 here are really good cleave units. Francesca is a bleed unit. She works really well with Beth though. So these 2 work good together, but they're like mid-tier units, okay? So realistically, guys, these 4 right here, Valentine, Noah, and Rin are your best 3-star units. Okay, let's move on to 2-star units real quick and talk about that because there's a lot of really good 2-star units and you guys should know quite about them, at least in my opinion. Okay, so first off, let's talk about healers. Tio is probably going to be one of your best healers. Now, what makes Tio really special is her skill right here. That's called where is that? There we go. Agile response. Okay. Now, the way agile response works is it activates anytime a debuff is done on you during an enemy's turn. So whenever an enemy does a debuff on you, she'll pop this and heal everybody with it. Okay. And then at the same time, removes 1 debuff from all allies and heals by 20%. So really, really good skill. Attacks an enemy and grants a barrier with her base 1 attack, and the barrier is based on the proportional of her max health. So you want to run life skill on her with speed. Realistically, you want to run speed on everybody. Speed gear is going to be your pretty much your bread and butter for most of this game, but you want to have a lot of HP on that speed gear as well for her, so she can do a lot higher for healing and her barrier. And then this shot won't hurt. Heals selected target by 55%, increase the target's defense for 1 turn. Really good also. So Tio definitely is going to be one of your best healers as well as for PvP and PvE. So really, really important, especially for the boss that I'm going to talk about very soon. Another really good 2-star for tanking wise, in my opinion, is going to be Kate for fire. She has a mass barrier for everybody here. Right there. Oh, no, sorry, here it is. Grants a barrier to all allies for 2 turns, and it's based off her health as well. This is a really good stun, so if you're looking for a stun unit, really, really good. And then also for her base, she also has a chance to increase all allies' effectiveness, which in turn will give you another unit that you really want to go for, and that's going to be Dolly. Dolly's going to be one of the top units in the game right here, and her effectiveness is very important. So Dolly here is one of the best debuffers. So Sleepwalk here attacks an enemy, has a 30% chance to reduce the target's attack for 2 turns. Really, really important base attack. And with effectiveness with Kate, works really well. She looks absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Still Drowsy has a 70% chance to reduce all enemies' speed and accuracy. That is massive. One of the best debuffs in the game for sure. And it has a really, really cool, small cooldown of 4 turns. Sweet Dreams as well attacks all enemies and has a 70% chance to silence a target for 2 turns, meaning they can't use any skills for 2 turns, making it a lot easier to damage and destroy units. So Dolly, one of the top tier units in the game as a 2-star, so you definitely want to focus on getting her up, okay? Now, healing wise, I talked about Tio. Eva's not bad as well too. If you're looking for, like, you get her from the beginning, she isn't bad. You can do side story and get her up a little quicker. So not a bad barrier healer as well. Kay, unfortunately, is very lackluster. I wouldn't really recommend that. As a good DPS though, if you can get her, I would recommend getting yourself a Vera. Vera is like a smaller mini Noah, essentially. So the reason why it makes Vera so good is because her Dark Slash #1 grants her critical hit chance for 2 turns. And then also right here, if this kills a target, she performs an additional attack against all enemies. So very similar to Noah's crit move, right? Her base Kaiser energy attack. And then Dark Ruler Slashes. If this attack scores a critical hit, increases critical damage. After using this skill, reduces the cooldown of Dark Devil Dance by 1 turn. So really, really cool move. And if you don't have Noah, this is a great skill. This is a great unit to have as a backup, but you should be getting Noah anyways from the selective summons. But just in case you decide you don't want to, that's a good unit to go for. Now, another really good unit that you might want to look for as well too is going to be Snow. Great CC control unit, especially for arena. Right here, it deals an enemy and it's proportional to speed. And of course, and because you're going to be running speed gear, this damage is going to actually up quite a bit. And she's going to be fairly fast because she's already a fast character as it is. Now, Ice Chunk is pretty important because attacks an enemy has a 30% chance to inflict frozen on the target for 1 turn. Damage dealt, again, proportional to speed. Now, if you have effectiveness, of course, that frozen is going to increase a little bit. So you're going to be able to at least CC 1 unit at a time. And with the burst, of course, you have a couple different chances to increase it to 40% and then increase the duration by 1 turn. So as a burst damage and the CC and PvP especially, this is actually a really good move. And then lastly, Frost Blow attacks all enemies and reduces the target priority by 15%, which is amazing. And then damage dealt increases proportional to the speed. So those are some of the better 2-star heroes, guys, and that you want to focus on. I mean, quite honestly, Fenrir is pretty good too for like the green boss where you're going to be farming a lot of your speed gear. So don't want to miss her out as well too. So that's a pretty decent unit as well. And in terms of 1-star, there's a couple decent ones. The most important one is probably going to be Shu though, as a healer, specifically for her, it's party time, because heals all allies by 5% and removes 1 debuff. The amount of healing increases by 5% per debuff. So this is pretty good for the second Frost boss. And so she actually does have a pretty decent kit for that specifically. But this is really the main 1-star I'd focus on. If I missed one here, guys, let me know. I mean, I think I've pretty much covered it all. Realistically, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everybody, right? If you look at the rest of them here, they're okay units. So if you can focus on those ones specifically, I think you guys will have the best success. Just remember, Dolly's going to be your #1 go-to for 2-stars, especially for DPS and PvP. She shines a lot. Sorry, not DPS, for CC. So getting her up is going to be priority for sure. I just got her right now, so I'm going to focus on getting her up and then put her to use in PvP mode right away with speed gear. All right, guys, Payne, if I miss anything again, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. This game is incredible. It's very much in my realm of games that I enjoy playing. Very similar to Epic 7, same producers, same director, same developers, etc. Right? So having a great time, and I hope you guys are as well. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care.